Um, might as well ask it then. Sorry, I will. I'm trying to make up my mind.
I love
I
it.
will, I will squeeze it in quickly. You are. It's very tempting. And I'm
Go
now
for it.
being
Go for it.
unapologetically who I am. That you are an internationally recognized personal branding expert.
Yes.
So I can't resist just asking a quick question about this. What's the number one mistake you see, the new entrepreneurs, especially the online entrepreneurs, make, the most common one, so that that's something to help
Mm.
with.
It's a very good question because, I think there's a couple of angles. The first thing is
I'm
that
glad I asked it then.
there you go, exactly. You know, it actually ties in beautifully to what we've been talking about, regardless. I think the first
Okay.
thing about personal branding is that it is about who you are in your natural state of being. That is the very first thing that we really need to understand. And we need to unpack that and be mindful of the beauty and the currency in that. That's the first thing. The second thing, Agi, is that when you start to look at your brand from a different angle, from the attributes that make up who you are in your natural state of being, then the other side of that is so many people get told, oh, if you start building your personal brand, which by the way, you can't build your personal brand, your audience build your brand. We just define the brand essence and the brand truth. That's all we can do, right? As business owners. But what they get told is, hey, build your brand and then define your niche. Now, I'm going to say that if you're going after a niche, you are limiting your potential and the your ability to expand not just your business but also how much money you make exponentially. So we've got to stop thinking, oh, I've got to look for a niche. Rather, ask yourself, hey, what problem can I solve in the world? And how can I take someone's pain away or enhance someone's life? Okay. And that solution that you come up with is 100% congruent with your personal brand. But what you now have is you can solve a problem, okay, for any person or business in the entire universe. What do you care if it's a man or woman, 20 years old, 50 years old, professional, mompreneur? What do you care what the niche is? If you can solve a problem, wouldn't it be wiser to solve the problem for anyone in the world that needs it? That to me is so delicious because that's how we raise our consciousness in the world through thinking like that. That's a much more expansive way of looking at your brand rather than a limited way of putting yourself in this little box. Oh, this is who I am, this little box. What do you mean you're a little box? You're human. You're amazing. You're not a box. And so that's my advice. Hopefully I've answered your question, but I say that with so much conviction because I get so upset when people say, "Oh, this is my niche." What do you mean you're looking after a niche? Are you kidding yourself? So when I explain it like this, people go, "Oh my God, I never thought."